Hi, I'm Adil and this is my reflection video on the past 3 years of DSC. DSC has been quite impactful on me in terms of my growth as an individual and as a coach due to the many experiences that I have gone through in my time in DSC. These experiences, however, have consisted of positive and negative, and some of it has had a lasting impact on me and made me who I am today. So I'll be talking about two specific experiences. Firstly, there was one time where I had a conflict with my team, and the whole team ended up having a fallout because of a clash of interests and responsibilities and roles. And next was how I handled my stress poorly, especially in year 1 and year 2. So throughout that period, I actually was feeling very down and very scared, as I was very nervous as a first year student, and it did not help that I was already facing challenges so early in my student life. However, I feel that with this, even though it comes with all these negatives, the one thing that helped me get through it was that I was able to learn from these negative experiences and bounce back stronger. So firstly, I will be talking about how I handled the social issues regarding my groups falling out. I had tried to implement Tuckman's model of team building when analyzing my teams falling out, as I wanted to see what attributed to it being caused. And from what I learned, it was because my team was in the storming stage. So the storming stage is where there is a clash of roles and responsibilities between the team, and the team themselves have to decide on what to do and where it goes from there. So in the team model, there is usually 4 stages, which is the forming, storming, norming, and performing stages. So right now we're in the storming stage. However, my team eventually reconciled, and that helped us transition to the norming stage, where we eventually decided and agreed upon roles and responsibilities, and that helped us to move on to the performing stage, where we actually got the job done and our assignment finished. And I feel that this isn't a one-off thing with my group only, and I feel that a lot of groups go through the storming stage, as there will of course be a clash of interests with many different individuals and opinions involved. However, I feel that with the use of Tuckman's model, I was able to understand why my team was going through that stage. And next, I will be going through how I handled my stress. I will correct the incorrect perceptions that I've had on myself by telling myself that I have already put enough effort and practice into all of my lesson plans in order to prepare for my coaching lessons and my coaching assignments. And next, I will actually use more positive self-talk, which will help me build up my self-esteem and self-confidence in my own abilities, as well as actually getting clarity from my peers by asking them if there's anything I can improve on, and also that will help me clear up any misconceptions of them judging me negatively based on my performances. So, in conclusion, I learned that a good success is really based on how well they can communicate with one another and clear up any misunderstandings throughout their team building phases, such as the 4 stages of forming, storming, norming, and performing. And I feel that team conflict is always inevitable, and it's how the team really navigates around that by talking to one another and having a clear communications with one another and understand one another properly. And I also understand that I've also learned that stress management is very important if I want to counter any problems regarding to self-esteem and self-belief in the future. and I believe I will implement this in the future as a coach and as an individual. In the form of as a coach, I will use Tubman's model in order to help build good teams using the 4 stages, and make sure that positive norms and group success is one of the main goals. And I will use the stress management strategies from Blankenship in order to combat any stress that I feel in the future, whether it comes from NS or university, etc. And with that, that is the end of my reflection. Thank you, DSC.